Why, hello, human beings. How you doing today? My name's Q, and thank you for seeing my channel in this video. Now, today, first thing first, I've been on YouTube for a whole year, which is amazing. Like I'm a little tired because I've been doing this video consistently, and I've been trying to see if I can make this video look good. But I got a new giveaway because since I got a new mic, as you see right here, I got the Razer Series V2 Pro. Reason why I went to this mic because it has some software that I do want to like tweak up and everything. And the mic looked very, very minimalistic, and that's why I'm liking it right now. It's really cool. So for my giveaway, hope nobody don't mind. I'm giving away my old Series Elite sent through FedEx. So as soon as I hit, I want to make it 1,000 subscribers. As soon as I hit 1,000 subscribers, this microphone could be yours. A $200 mic. It's really pretty impressive. I like it. It did me well, and I've been doing YouTube with it, so it's actually a pretty good mic. It's pretty much a plug and play situation. So if you want to go for that giveaway, got a mic. I've been using a pop filter ever since I had it. So yeah, and they have like a sock on there too. So But with that being said, let's go on with what this video is about because it's been like over close to 2 minutes. Rome Rush and God of War 2018. Rome Rush make a video about this, and it was just a whole horrible video. Rome Rush, you're not a fanboy. I'm not gonna call you a fanboy. I'm not gonna call you a console peasant. At this situation, I'm calling you a man child because only a man child will bring this up. So not only you're a fanboy, but you're a man child. Not only you're a console peasant, you're a man child. So let's get into the video and let's watch it together. Rome Rush. Rome Rush, Rome Rush, Rome Rush. Yeah, dude, I don't know what to say. This whole video is a bad take, but we're going to go over it. I know you're going to watch my video, but shout out to TruScottishGuy for doing a video. And now I wanted to make a video on him because, not on TruScottishGuy, but on Rome Rush because his take is bad. Thank you again, TruScottishGuy. You're a real one. Love your content. If anybody want to know who TruScottishGuy is, check out his channel. He do stuff that I do, and this is part of the reason why I do this community. So shout out to you doing this video. Let's go on with it.
YouTube, what's going on? It's been a couple days, couple weeks, whatever, since I spoke on any gaming news because there wasn't nothing worthy to speak on, so I didn't speak on anything. But of course, you guys already know about the news with God of War going to PC, and I want to share my thoughts on it. I want to share my feelings on it. I want to let you know how I feel about God of War 2018 going to PC.
Okay, before he continue with this, let me give my reason of why, my thoughts of God of War going to PC. Bring this up just a little bit. I think it's amazing that more games going to PC and other platforms. So God of War moving to PC is a smart move on PlayStation. I'm not PlayStation, but Sony. Reason why, it make more money, meaning more money to fund their project, meaning more money to go ahead and put more money to project that they never thought they could go ahead and do all that. So it's more stuff that go to it, meaning people could get raises, people could get paid. So it's money there so they could get paid and continue on what they've been doing for the past 25 years, if I'm not mistaken. That's how I feel. Now, do that mean they're not anti-consumer? No, they still a company. They're gonna be anti-consumer. Same thing with Microsoft. Same thing with Nintendo. Even with Steam and all that stuff, they gonna have some type of anti-consumer. Now, don't get me wrong. There's at least on the PC, like I own, I could go to any shop that I want that I say I don't like their practices. I could go anywhere I want. So me having the freedom to go wherever I want, that's fine. And for them to put God of War on PC is one of the most amazing things that the company could do. And I hope they could bring more games to the PC so everybody could play. Because in other country they don't own PlayStation, but they can still play the game because they have a PC. So that's introduced another category for them to play games. So congratulations, Sony. I still think you're a crap company, but congratulations on bringing God of War to PC.
And I personally don't care.
I don't believe you. Because in the past you say that it will devalue the brand, and I will bring up a recording that I did before this that I had my brother had a conversation with me about that. So yeah.
I don't care. I don't care that that game went to PC because it's old, and the sales has been maximized on it. Sony is obviously double dipping. Shout out to Willie Gamer. I was listening to his take earlier today, and I agree with him.
Do you ever think about making your own opinion? Just because somebody says something that is Sony based, you agree with it. So you apparently do care. Now, when somebody say that they don't care about the game going over, I got a feeling that you change your viewpoint on there. Do you not look at all the evidence? Do you not look at all the possibility that maybe you don't like it? I still think you're wrong. I don't think you like God of War going to PC. But just because it's an old game, that's still a right step for the company to go towards trying to be more pro consumer. Now, for you to say that it's an old game, it doesn't matter. We still getting it. It doesn't affect any of us. If a game comes over, it comes over. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And I feel like you're missing that whole entire point. But I think you also said that double dipping. When did I bought God of War? I haven't bought God of War. So how am I double dipping? It's not double dipping. Is they reach into a community that haven't played a God of War game unless they own a PlayStation. Now you got mostly PC players like myself who are not going to buy the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, or Nintendo. If it's given to us, it's given to us. But it doesn't matter. They're not double dipping. They're expanding their horizon to get more money. So it's not double dipping. It's expanding their horizon. Now, if you want to take Grand Theft Auto, yeah, that's double dipping because not only people bought it for the PlayStation 3, but they bought it for the PlayStation 4 and they bought it for the PlayStation 5 just because of the brand new upgrades. Now, that's double dipping because if you already played the game, why do you want to rebuy the game to play it again? So you're double dipping, but since Sony didn't bring any games out, didn't bring God of War out before on the PC, doesn't mean it's double dipping. They just want to make more money.
They double dipping, and I feel like why not? Why not double dip? Put the game on PC.
If you play God of War on the PlayStation 4 and you decide to play God of War on a PC, then yeah, you're double dipping. So yeah, that's double dipping. So yeah, that's right there is double dipping. So yeah.
PC, get your money, man. You know what I mean? I don't think because here's the thing too, and I've always felt like this: PC guys ain't moving from PC. I feel like that's just. I feel like I don't know what they want to call it. Maybe that's Sony's excuse to calm PlayStation fans down to make them feel like the IPs aren't going anywhere. I don't know what it's for, but they can't believe that they can actually pull people from PC over to consoles. That's not happening. It's not.
I don't think that's what happened. Like, I don't think what you're saying is like fully correct. There's some people that would go over to console from PC. I heard some stories. So the fact that you can't look around and see why people switch over to PC to console, to me, I don't get it. But hey, that's their preference. That's what they want to do. I'm not arguing with what they do. But the fact that you're saying you're not going to pull a PC player over the console, I don't think that that is fully true. Uh, you got people that want to move over, and plus, I know some people that I met. I know this one person that at my job don't play games, but she's actually on her computer all the time. She don't want to own a home computer because she's at her computer at the job all the time, and she don't want to do that. She'd rather be on her smartphone. And you got people that think like that. All right, so for people that want to go from PC to console, that's their decision. I don't know why, but hey, whatever reason it is, I'm not gonna get mad at them. But it just doesn't make sense to me. But therefore, I'm not going to trash them down for that. But they still have a PC. But for you to say that you're not going to pull a PC player to console, I feel like that's false.
It's not happening. I feel like console guys are more likely to go to PC versus PC guys coming to console.
All right, so my dad, he was in the IT, like had a whole bunch of computers, and this was back when I was younger. So this was like DOS days, Macintosh, and you know, and technically Windows wasn't a gaming platform. Microsoft was a gaming platform. It was all about business. It was Macintosh that was a gaming platform. As you can remember, they had like games on the Macintosh, but then they didn't see the money for gaming on that part, so they see Microsoft making a whole bunch of money, so they went over to Workstation, while Microsoft was like saying, okay, we just go ahead and do everything else like gaming and stuff, and that's how the switch went over. So if you think back in like the early 90s, late 80s, Macintosh was like made for like gaming and fun, while they transfer over to the Workstation. That's something that I remember when I was a kid, but that still doesn't matter. Made the fact that a whole bunch of people that played on Mac and Windows back in the day, they was on PC. I know a couple that had only PCs and they play games. I know some of them. I went over to their house, while my dad was doing business and everything. We was just chilling, playing like Wolfenstein and Doom and stuff, and even Duke Nukem on the PC. While I had a console, yes, I had some friends that had console, but the fact that you saying that, I just know more people because what my dad did as an IT person did all that, and I know more people when I was younger that gamed only on PC. So, yeah, there were some people that only exclusive played on PC throughout their whole entire life, and then own a console. And the only way they played the console is they came over to my place and played Sega and Nintendo, because I had both Sega and Nintendo. I just played mostly on Nintendo, but they want to play Sonic, we had Sonic.
You know what I mean? Because if I'm not mistaken, most PC guys came from console in the first place.
Again, not truly true, not fully true, because I did have some friends that only gamed on PC. So that right there is not fully true. Well, it's not fully true. It's not true at all.
So why would they go back? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't know why they believe that. I feel like that's some old excuse. You know what I mean?
You're making the excuse. You're sitting there. You're looking into the sky. You're looking on your phone. You do most of your recording on the phone. Which, why don't you just go ahead and buy a laptop with a webcam to make your videos a lot cleaner? How long you been on YouTube, actually? Let me check this out. You've been on YouTube for 6 years. And you're not even getting any subscribers like that. And your takes are like this? You're not growing as a YouTube channel. I mean, I don't know if you care or not, but your videos is all vertical on itself. Like, look at me. I've been on the YouTube for a whole year. Got my green screen. Right there is like about right here. So it's not that far away from me. I worked hard to get I got me a microphone. I got me my PC. As you can see, I can show it to you right now. Bada. Look at that PC. Let me start that light. Like, come on, man. Like, you have a YouTube channel, and I don't care how you do your YouTube channel or not, but look what I'm doing, man. I'm expanding my horizon. I'm not keeping myself onto one platform. I'm trying to do multiple things, but what Sony fans give me is pretty good, and I can't stop getting this Sony Salt and Pegasus crystals. But yeah, dude, what's on your mind is what's on your mind. But when you spit it out on the camera, rewatch it and realize what you're saying, because this is like my fifth take on this video. I try to think about what I say. I don't script, of course, but I sit here and I think about what I say. I do pause a lot because I don't want to spit out the wrong facts here, and I bring up facts. You just sit there and you just spit out whatever. You on your cell phone. You could just go ahead, buy a laptop and start doing recordings. You don't even need a high powered laptop to do that. But you is so stubborn that you don't want to be on a PC. So I'm sorry, and you own an iPhone, basically. This doesn't make sense to me, man. You're not growing, dude.
But as far as like, how I feel about that old game going to PC, it's old. I mean, and they can get their bread. And why not? Especially if you're gonna charge 49. What was it? Is it $59.99, $49.99, whatever?
It's going to be $50. You don't have to say $49.99. Just say $50. Just say $50. That's all you gotta say, because we just rounded up. $50. A penny make a difference to you, then fine. A penny make a difference to you, but $50.
They are paying a premium. PC guys are paying a premium to get their hands on that old game.
We're paying a premium. How are we paying a premium? Let's go to my calculator real quick and see who actually really is paying a premium. Okay, so we here on the calculator, and let me move this over here. Boom. Roam Rush. This is another reason why I'm on PC. Calculator. Yay. So, $50, because the game is going to be $49.99. Rounded up $50. Plus, that's all we have to do. Equals $50. We get all the upgrades, and we get all of that. We get all of that. Now, let's clear it out real quick. Your game was $60 when it first released. Plus, you say digital edition used to be like an extra $30. So let's just go ahead and do that. That's like $90, okay? Then you gotta pay $60 for online. And I know you got PlayStation now. So that's another $60 a year. That whole year, you pay $210 for the for the deluxe edition and all of that. So who's really paying the premium? $50 or $210? Because if you want to be technical, if you had to pay $90 for the deluxe edition, and we're not talking about sales. We're not talking about sales. We're talking about the release money. The release copy. You're paying the premium. You're paying for online, that for the games that you buy. You pay for a service which is broken, and don't give me that, because PlayStation Now is not a great service. I don't care what you say. You can't do what other services can't do on that services. Dude, $210. And I'm being generous because I could look deep. I'm just going off the top of my head. So who really paying the premium? It's you, my friend. It's you. We're paying 50, and that's it.
And if you and those guys who haven't played God of War and they're finally getting to play it because it's coming to PC, means they didn't care enough about that game in the first place to get a console. So
Okay. Let's say God of War did not come out on PC. And you say, I gotta go ahead and play the game. Let's do some research real quick. We're on GameStop, right? God of War, PlayStation 4. Let's see how much a PlayStation 4 brand new is. Da, da, da. There's a lot of pre-owns. Okay. All right. So, let's go with this bundle because I want to keep it real. Doom, Resident Evil, maybe the games that I would probably play. Horror games. I love horror games. Let's add that to the cart. Okay, keep shopping. Now let's type in God of War. God of War. Doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and get the pre-owned. Let's get pre-owned. Add a cart. Even though it's not supporting Sony in this situation, let's just say we got it at this price. So, $337.42 just to play God of War. And that's just other games that came with it because I'm trying, but if the frame rate is horrible, why would I go ahead and pick up all of this? Why? That's $337. Oh, let's go ahead and make it a little simpler so I don't have to be known for this. PlayStation 4 console. Let's just go ahead and get the PlayStation 4. 2 terabytes. Yeah, let's go with 2 terabytes. Add a cart. Oh, it's not available. So let's go with that. Oh, brand new. Let's support Sony. Oh, it's not available. That's still, it's still 400. So even pre-owned is kind of expensive. View cart. Let's get rid of this. Yes. $433.84 because I went with the 4 Pro Black 1 terabyte. That's like $10 less than a brand new one. And I'm paying for God of War. Now, if I want God of War full edition, let's remove that. Yes. I still would have to pay $60, so I'm still close to $500. And let's go with PlayStation 5. PlayStation 5. I see the PlayStation 5 digital edition. I see the disc edition. 450. That's pre-owned. $500. So I'm still going to have to pay $500 to $600. I still got to pay $500 to $600 just to play one game. One game. It's not above 60 frames a second. So why would I spend $500 to play one game? What kind of sense does that make? I own a PC. Why would I buy a PlayStation or an Xbox? Explain that to me. Why would I do that? If I got the system right here, it's more profit if Sony put games on the PC. It just make more profit. And you're sitting here mad because we didn't care about the game? So what? If it comes to PC, it comes to PC. What do that have to do with you being salty about that? Boy.
So got Ragnarok is not gonna make these PC guys budge. So, whatever. Get that extra money. Especially, I feel like, especially if it's gonna benefit the gamers at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Especially if it give, Sony more headroom and a higher budget to create more AAA bangers that PlayStation guys get to play first.
If that's the case, then how come we can't get at the people who don't buy the games on the console? Let me show you what games I've been playing on the console. First thing first, let's go ahead and check out. The PlayStation 4 sold, I don't know if you can see that. Let's go ahead and zoom in real quick. No, setting, zoom. The PlayStation 4 only sold, let's see. We want to go ahead and make that a little bit bigger. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, go back. Okay. Okay. So you see right here, the PlayStation 4 sold 115 million units sold. I know it's a 14.9, but we're going to round it up to 115 million consoles sold. That's a lot. That's a lot. But let's look at one of the most popular games, Spider-Man. How many copies did Spider-Man PS4 sold? It sold 2 million units worldwide. That's impressive. But you mad about games being on consoles, only being on console. Look how many copies this Spider-Man sold. 200 million unit worldwide. To you, that's a big number. That's a big number. That's a huge number to you. But, and here's the thing. I know this number is for Steam users. I know they're only a handful of Steam users. There's some people that play on other accounts and stuff like that. But if I'm not mistaken, let's go off of this number right here. There's basically 120 million Steam users. That number is big. Okay? So the fact that they could put Spider-Man over to Steam, it could sell even more copies. You don't understand how businesses work like that, because they want to see more of this. If Spider-Man didn't sell that much. Now, let's look at the games that mostly be played. Grand Theft Auto, Fortnite, Apex, FIFA, Call of Duty, Genshin, Minecraft, Rocket League, Call of Duty, Dead by Daylight, Tom Clancy, Red Dead, Ark, Destiny 2, Rush Console, Overwatch, NBA 2K, Warframe, The Witcher, Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima, I think that was PlayStation exclusive. It's not even top 10. So the people that buy these games are people who playing third-party games. The people that playing third-party games. That's crazy. And they got like about 115 million users. Owners. And I'm not talking about if they sold it to GameStop, sold it to other people and everything, because that number fluctuate. That's a lot of copies that could be sold. If you want to get mad at somebody, get mad at the people who doesn't buy the games, if that's the case. Because if that's the case, there would have been more copies sold for Spider-Man. It could have been at least 100 million. So let the people buy the game and play the game.
You know what I mean? I think it's great. I think it's awesome. At the end of
You see, you say that, but I literally don't believe you.
the day, that's how I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna look at it from that standpoint. You know what I mean? And honestly, when I really think about it, the only people that should really be mad about this move from Sony by putting these old games on PC should be people who care about the Sony brand.
I don't think you understand this, but let me tell you a secret. Let me tell you a secret. Sony don't care about you. You're a number on a piece of paper. They don't care about you. They're going to make money. And when they make money, they're going to look at you like another number. They don't care about you. And for you to care about the company is completely trash.
I don't care about the Sony brand, but I trust the Sony brand, if that makes sense.
It doesn't. If you're going to trust a brand, apparently you care about it. Quit lying and say you just care. You don't want people to play the games because they aren't a piece of plastic that you play. And you know what? Can I look at people account on PlayStation? Let me look that up. Okay, so I'm on Rome Rush account. Rome Go Large. Okay. He had PlayStation 5s. Okay, cool, whatever. I'm looking at this. The thing is, I'm not counting trophies or anything like that. I don't really care about trophies. The whole thing I'm trying to figure out is, do he play exclusives? Because if he doesn't, he could shut up and let the games go over to PC. Raider Republic, don't know nothing about it. Oh, that's not exclusive. 20, that's definitely not exclusive. Ghost Runner. Don't know if that's exclusive. FIFA, Hot Wheels. Okay. Knack. Okay, there goes exclusive that we know is a PlayStation. The show, not a exclusive anymore. Day one on Day Pass, so that doesn't count. Origin Wolverine, not exclusive. Destruction All Star. Okay, fair enough. ZJ the Ball. Would I care about that? I don't know if it's. You could actually platinum in 3 minutes and 31 seconds. Like I say, I don't know nothing, but it seems like an easy game. But we're not talking about his trophies. We're talking about, do he play exclusives? Madden, Ghost of Tsushima, it did come out on there. Okay, so he usually play like sports games. Death Stranding, Team Ninja Turtle, Midnight Club, Spider-Man Shattered Dimension. Actually, one of the best Spider-Man games ever, and this is one of my favorite. You played it last at 11 May, so you do own a lot of PlayStation. Third Strike, Heart, Handball, Rugby. Okay, so you platinum a lot of easy games. Fine. Cyberpunk. Okay, didn't even play that. Of course, Ratchet and Clank. And you didn't even finish the trophy in that. But again, we're not talking about the trophies. We're talking about, does he play the exclusive like he say? Horizon Zero Dawn, my name Manuel, Returnal. Okay, so going through your whole entire set, I only saw a handful of exclusives. You looking at your trophies, not your trophy, looking at the games that you play, because this is apparently evidence that shows that you played these games. Godfall is on PC. This is not exclusive. Godfall is meant for AMD hardware to show the power of AMD. Sorry to say that, but that's basically what Godfall is. And since PlayStation is AMD, it shows off the hardware. But let's go back to the video. The whole point of that, me looking at Rome Rush PlayStation Network on PlayStation ID, is we want to know if you play exclusive games. Apparently, he played more third-party games than exclusives. So, apparently, Rome Rush, why would you care if exclusive games go over to PC? More people could play it. You're the person that only play it for a short period of time and be done with it. I'm not saying that you should complete it, should not complete it, but the fact that you want, because I'm not claiming that games should be going over to console if they haven't played it, because I don't finish my games. But the thing is, I play more games over the other, going to keep it 100% real with you. I don't complete my games. And I'm sitting here saying, yeah, I don't complete it because I basically work in all this stuff and have so much stuff to do. I don't play all the games. I usually play games that play on multiple systems, so I can play with other people, like Paladins and stuff like that. I play with other people. And for the games that's sitting there and I try to complete, I usually have time, like my vacation, I haven't really have time to play games because I've been busy. I went to conventions and all that stuff. I'm not saying that you completing games or completing trophies. That's not the argument here. The argument is, do you play exclusive games? No, you play sports games. And since you play sports games, meaning you don't play the exclusive like you say, you're getting mad for exclusive going to PC. And this is the reason why they put it on PC. They want more people to play it because people like you don't play the exclusive. They make sales off of software. If they don't make sales off of software like you, then why would they want to keep the games on their platform? They see a bigger market to sell games on another platform, aka the PC. And you're mad because of that? It looks like you don't play exclusive games. So why are you getting mad for that?
I trust Sony. I'm a Sony fan, and I trust Sony.
Then why you play more third-party games than first-party? You play more third-party than first-party. Telling Sony that exclusives doesn't matter.
To deliver great products, because that's what they've always done.
No, they don't. No, they don't. They never send out great products because a lot of people don't like the Sony TVs. They don't like the Sony stuff. Back in the 90s, it was big. I agree with that. But now, since technology got bigger, their mindset is still stuck in like the 90s. So they're making great products is a fail. And this is the reason why I say branding is misleading. Because people like you, Rome Rush, don't want to look at specs. So you just saying, oh, I had Sony before. Let me go get a Sony TV. Let me go get this. Let me get that. And that's what's wrong with people like you and everybody else. You go after the brand instead of looking inside of it. You read the book. You read the cover before you opened up the book. You need to stop doing that. Go ahead, look at specs, and see how the specs or whatever the company did, and make your decision off of that. You're just going off of what you did with Sony brand, with the PlayStation. You don't look at the TVs. You don't look at that. But it looked like Sony looking at you, and they say, "Oh, they just play third party. Why don't I put my games on the look like you play third party? Let me put my games on the PC."
But as far as me worrying about the brand, that's not my worry. I gotta worry about my own brand, my name. We all got brands. Whether we market ourselves whether we or not, we have a brand. If you do a poor job at work or a great job at work, that is your brand. That's what that is. And like I said, I'm not worried about the Sony brand. I got to worry about Rome's brand more than anybody else. And if I worry about anybody else's brand, it'd be my kid's brand, my son's brand, my daughter's brand. I worry about that.
First thing first, and I know this is kind of a little irritating on my part. All you have to do is say kids. You don't have to say son, daughter, or wherever. Just say my kid's brand and stop right there. Your videos could be a lot shorter than that. Give me 1 second. So you don't have to say my kid, my son, daughter. You get to say kids and stop right there. Second of all, with 6 years on YouTube, so your brand is working for you. No, it's not. You're not growing, dude. Your brand is starting to be like a little trash, dude. And if you want some tips on making your brand bigger, expand your horizon. Use a PC. There's nothing wrong with that. How you use your cell phone is actually annoying because you don't do it in landscape. Okay? You look it down onto your screen. That doesn't make it better. Like me, I look away at my screen because I'm looking at my Streamlabs OBS because I use the Streamlabs to record it. I'm always looking at my camera because I want to engage with my community. I want to look at them like this. I always look at my camera, and that's why I upgraded, so I had to use that ring light. Yeah, it made my face look a little bit brighter, but I just upgraded to a better camera, better webcam. You look it down onto your screen, and me, personally, I look at my camera, but hey, whatever. You have to use the outside light where I'm using like this big floodlight, this light right here. I'm using these lights right here I got from Alki that was like $20 a pop. It have RGB, and I got a green screen. So the fact that you're still doing the same thing over and over, you have to evolve. You have to adapt to your surroundings. That's why a lot of people are not subscribing to you. That's why a lot of people are doing that. You want to increase your brand, look on YouTube, look for some help because you could do this for cheap. You have to go balls deep like I did. You could do it simple.
Those are the other brands besides myself that I'm going to worry about. But as far as Sony and that brand, that is Sony problem. Sony got to worry about that brand. If their brand starts to tank, if their reputation starts to dip, then that's on Sony.
So why even care? If you don't care, why you care? Because Sony going to do what they want. You're not going to be. Imagine you not here tomorrow. I'm just using it as an example. Imagine me and you not being here tomorrow. They're going to do whatever they want. It's a company. They don't care about your feelings. Stop thinking about Sony, thinking about your feelings.
And on me. Not on me at all. So the only time that I will be concerned about PlayStation games going to PC is if they go day one.
You just say you don't care about PlayStation. You don't care about the brand, but you trust them. So let them put the games over, like you say. You trust them, right? You just said that. And you just said like a couple seconds ago.
Not on me. Not on me at all. So the only time that I will be concerned about PlayStation games going to PC is if they go day one.
And yet you said this.
Sony got to worry about that. Those are the other brands besides myself that I'm going to worry about. But as far as Sony and that brand, that is Sony problem. Sony got to worry about that brand. If their brand starts to tank, if their reputation starts to dip, then that's on Sony.
So you say you care. The only way you care is when the games gain a date. but you just said like literally 10 seconds ago that you don't care. So you're confusing. So you do care. So you do care. Stop it, dude. This is where people call you capping. So you do care. You just told me that you don't care, but yet you do care. Do me a favor, rewatch all your videos and think about how you're going to put it up on there.
It ain't on me. Not on me at all. So the only time that I would be concerned about PlayStation games going to PC is if they go day one. If they go day one, then it makes the PlayStation console less desirable, thus causing it to be, more useless.
First of all, the word you're looking for is irrelevant. Man, this is a bad take, man. I don't know how people could listen to you like this, man. It's irrelevant and doesn't make the game irrelevant. And I'm gonna go ahead and let him finish with with what he had to say.
And I don't care what nobody else say. I don't care what nobody else say. Xbox guys don't want their games going to PC.
Let me rewind that.
More useless. And I don't care what nobody else say. I don't care what nobody else say. Xbox guys don't want their games going to PC.
You made a claim. And this is where I get very frustrated with you. You make all these claims and you don't want to take the responsibility of making that claim. Okay. A lot of people know this about me, but you see my shirt? It say black non-believers. I am a atheist. And yes, I that mean that I need to have evidence that a God exists. But I'm also a non-believer. Now, if you make a claim like you own a dog, then let me set this because sometimes you gotta set like a standard. Now, if a person say they own a dog, okay, I'll believe you without looking at evidence because I could look at other people owning dogs. So I'm like, okay, a lot of people own dogs. So therefore, okay, there's nothing for me to say that this is irrelevant. I believe you. But if you told me you own a dragon, not a Komodo dragon, but a dragon that flies around like a Charizard from Pokemon, a dragon that flies around, spit out hot fire and all that stuff, then I'd be like, okay, that's a claim that you made. Oh, I own a pet dragon. Okay, do you have any evidence? If they show me their dragon that do the same thing, I believe them because I see the evidence. You know, and pictures could go so far. If I could literally see it and all that stuff, then okay, then there's the evidence of a dragon. But if you go to sit there and say, I don't need to have the evidence to show you that I own a dragon, then why did you make that claim? I'm not going to sit there and say, then I won't believe you. You're not going to show evidence. You made a claim. You said this, Rome Rush.
More useless. And I don't care what nobody else say. I don't care what nobody else say. Xbox guys don't want their games going to PC.
You said that. Xbox guys that don't care about games going to PC. And let me let you finish.
And they figure out and justify things like PC and Xbox are one and the same. Windows and Xbox is one and the same. It's the same. No, it ain't the same.
Technically, if you want to be real, Microsoft put their games on PC first. And then when they created the Xbox, they put their games on Xbox. So technically, PC is part of Microsoft. But let me show you something. I did this part of my video. I got my brother, who is an Xbox guy, and I want you to hear what he say. Let me pause my mic and go to the video. Okay, so I'm back. So I got my brother on the phone. I'm not giving out any names, but I'm gonna say this right now. Can you repeat what you just say?
Yeah. So my thing is, if Xbox games go to PC, will it devalue the Xbox? In my opinion, I think that is false because most people when they buy PC, they don't buy it to play Xbox games. They buy the PC to play games that aren't on the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox. Therefore, they play like, for instance, Grand Theft Auto Roleplay. It's not on Xbox. It's not on PlayStation 5. That's a strictly PlayStation. That's a strictly PC game. There's just so many things to do with a PC that you can't do with an Xbox or PlayStation 5. But I mean, for me, I wouldn't play. I wouldn't get a PC just to play Xbox games. I would just buy a Xbox Series X. If I wanted to play PlayStation games, I would buy a PlayStation. But I grew up playing Xbox. Therefore, I would never buy a PlayStation.
Now, will Xbox putting games on PC, does that devalue the PC? I mean, not PC, but Xbox.
No, not necessarily.
Reasons?
Because not most people can't afford to buy a PC and build it from the ground up. So what's their next best option? An Xbox if they want to play Xbox games. Therefore, it doesn't devalue the the Xbox brand.
Right. And to me, I don't care about exclusive, but do you care about exclusive games?
Uh, it depends. It depends how good the exclusive game is. Like if if I'm looking at videos, about the release the game, saying that, oh, this is exclusive to PlayStation, or this is exclusive to Xbox. First, I'm gonna see if I even like that kind of genre of game. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna really worry about it. You know, I have my set games that I like, my set genre of games that I like freaking Apex. I like Elder Scrolls Online. Uh I like Halo. Oh, and another thing is, uh all my buddies who I play Elder Scrolls with, they play on Xbox. Elder Scrolls isn't cross-platform yet, therefore I wouldn't buy a PlayStation. Therefore I wouldn't buy a PC to play Elder Scrolls. Why in the world would I buy a PC to play the game that I play the most when all my buddies are on Xbox and we play that game together?
Man, that
To
thing.
me,
Go ahead.
that's another reason why I would just buy Xbox.
Like,
For certain games that aren't cross-platform, that are just strictly for Xbox, and that are not cross-platform. I mean, I grew up playing Xbox, so therefore I will buy an Xbox. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some PC. Don't get me wrong. Eventually, I will buy a PC, but it wouldn't. It most likely it wouldn't be for gaming. It would be for schooling. But in that case, that I do use it for gaming, I'm still going to have my Xbox. I'm not. It's not like I'm going to go ahead and sell my Xbox just to strictly be on PC. You know.
yeah.
Even then, even then, even if you use the Xbox controller on the PC, you're still buying into the Xbox brand, because if you're comfortable using a Xbox controller and you don't want to switch over to keyboard or mouse, you're gonna buy an Xbox controller. Therefore, you're buying into the Xbox brand. Therefore, I say that because Xbox games are coming over to PC, therefore it does not devalue the Xbox brand.
Now, I do have a question. You did play Call of Duty on my PC.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
It was alright, but like I said again, I used the Xbox controller the whole time.
Man, I should have changed that field of view for you though, because we got the field of view so you can see more of the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, don't get me wrong, it ran a lot smoother because the PC, of course, is going to run a lot. A PC is going to run a lot smoother, more FPSs, all that stuff, more field of view, of course. But even when I did play on the PC, I used the Xbox controller.
right.
That's what I'm used to.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Even if Xbox games went over, like Xbox games are slowly going over to PC, if you're used to playing with an Xbox controller, you're gonna either use the same Xbox controller, or you're going to buy another controller for the PC. Therefore, I'd say that it doesn't devalue the brand of the Xbox.
Right. And you playing on a monitor, that changed you from playing on your TV to a monitor, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it changed my gaming style a lot.
But you still would rather play on the Xbox.
Yeah.
But it does not devalue the Xbox at all.
What was that?
So the PC doesn't devalue the Xbox, like since they put games over to the Xbox. I mean to the PC. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Man, you and I need to play some Forza one day because Forza came out for the PC version, and right now I'm having trouble with the game to be not to be run because the game could run it is closing out my game like every single thing. I don't know what's going on with Game Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when Halo come out, we gotta play some squads.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I just want to call you, see what's going on, and I'll make sure I put this in the video so you can check it out.
Okay.
All right. Now, Rome, my brother strictly play on Xbox. Now, one thing I do disagree with him on that is PC is affordable to build. PC is one of the things that you want to go ahead and think about. And when he say is not affordable to a PC, I disagree with him. But that's his opinion. But could be wrong. But I could build him a PC for like $600 and it's fine. But you heard what he say. It doesn't devalue the brand. The fact that your mindset is stuck on what other PlayStation fanboys and PlayStation fans say. Well, basically, console peasant and PlayStation fanboys. You got the same mentality. That's why we call you PlayStation fanboy. That's why we call you console peasant. Because your mindset cannot change. So it doesn't devalue the brand. Matter of fact, they lose more money because the console is too expensive to build. And you're not catching on to that. Even Sony said they need to make money on software because they losing like $200 on hardware. So this is why I say you need to have a computer so you can bring evidence up.
Ooh. No, it's not the same because the console is less relevant when you got games going over to PC day one, period, point blank.
First of all, it's irrelevant, not relevant, irrelevant. Second of all, it doesn't devalue the brand. It doesn't. Show me evidence. Show me all of this stuff. Until then, without evidence, you cannot back up your argument without evidence or dismiss it without evidence. I sit here and I looked up everything that I can to show you that you're wrong. Matter of fact, Spider-Man sold 20 million units worldwide. So the fact that they sold that many copies, let's look at another game that's been sold on console. Grand Theft Auto sold so many copies, sold over 20 million, and that's 2013. So since they sold so many copies, you got people that's buying it on every platform. So meaning exclusive doesn't matter because this was only on PlayStation, then it's only going to sell so many. I'm not a Grand Theft Auto person. I don't play Grand Theft Auto. It's not my favorite genre. And that's just it. If I was a game developer, I would just sell it on every single console, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, and PC. So I can make as much profit as possible. You're not getting that and look like you're salty about it.
It's less relevant. There's less of a reason to need a console. Less of a reason to want an Xbox. Less of a reason for the Xbox console to be more popular and to grow. Here's the truth, man. You want the product that you invested in. You want it to be the most popular, most successful thing that you invest in.
No, no, it don't have to be popular. You know what I'm saying? People could buy a uh people could buy a people will say Razer is not the greatest. I invested in Razer because I like the brand. I like what they're doing. I like what they're doing outside. I like how they trying to save trees, you know, cleaning cleaning the seeds and everything. So everything I buy from Razer is because of that reason. Yeah, Razer is one of the popular things, but if they wasn't popular and they still doing that, I would still do it. Logitech is one of the popular brands out there, and a lot of people buy Logitech. I don't buy Logitech not because I'm a Razer fan, but because Zombie Kills is sponsored by Logitech. That stopped me from buying Logitech. Now, do I want her to get canceled for what she did in the past? No. Make your money. But for what you do, stop me from looking Logitech away. Now, if people want to buy Logitech, they can. I don't care. But what she did stopped me from looking at Logitech as that company. So even though they're a popular company and they sell some great stuff, I refuse to buy Logitech because of that situation. People don't have to invest in a company just because they're popular. They could invest to it just because of certain things. You got people who don't like ammo products, so they buy stuff that don't have ammo product. Does that mean it's crap? No. Does that mean they're popular? No. It's because they see a reason why that company doing a certain thing that they put their trust in. Like you putting your trust in PlayStation.
It ain't no different from investors. It's no different. And you buying a console to use it, you're an investor yourself.
Honestly, buying a console as an investment is kind of hilarious to me because if I'm going to invest in a item, why would I invest in something that just do one thing? Yeah, it does multiple things, but can I go ahead and do like a full business, like docs, all that stuff into the PlayStation? No. It's only limited to certain things. Yes, you can stream off of it and you can have yourself a streaming channel. I can understand that. But I get more functionality in the PC. So the PC is a better investment than a console. I can't do homework off a console. I can't study off a console. I can't do all of that. So what type of investment you're thinking about?
So you want that product that you invested in to succeed because you want more of those products. You want more everything Xbox hardware is concerned. So
again, you don't have the evidence for that. And that's what I'm trying to say. You don't have evidence. So therefore, why should we believe the single word you say? Without having evidence, I'm about to dismiss it without having evidence because you don't bring it. That's what evidence is. And you don't open up your mind. And this is the reason why people don't want to have a conversation with you, because you're so narrow-minded that it's annoying to have a conversation with you. I'd like to have my mind changed because that means I'm learning and I don't want to be right all the time. But going and talking to you and making videos about you is so annoying because you don't listen.
when people come up, more people get to play. More people, stop it. Because I'm not worried about more people get to play that game. I'm not worried about if I don't care who it is. I'm not worried about somebody else getting to play a game that I'm desired to play. I want to play the game. I don't want somebody else to play it. I want to play my own stuff. You know what I mean? I want to play what I want to play when I want to play it. I'm not worried about John playing the game or Tracy. I don't care. I care about Rome playing that game. Period. Sorry. just kind of lost control there. But
For the people who play Madden, NBA, the show, any game that's multiplayer, don't play with this dude. Do not play with this dude. Like, you can do whatever you want, but don't play with this dude. Because apparently he want to play the game by himself. He don't want to play with other people. He's a man-child. Rome Rush, you're a man-child. You're one of those kids that say, oh, this is my toy. But when somebody else have the toy, you cry about it because it's the exact same toy as you. How can you be a big man-child with gray hairs coming out of your beard? You're a man-child. You're a kid. You're just a straight-up kid. You don't want to share. You don't want to do all this. Guess what? The company don't care about what you do. And yes, you do care. Because you just had this outbreak. Rome Rush, you're a man-child. This is the reason why I hate doing videos on you. Because you're already set in your own ways. You don't like to have debates. You don't like to have your mind change. You're complete trash. And I mean that. You're a crybaby man-child who want the game to themselves. Companies don't care about you. Get that through your head. They took your money. They got your money. They have it. Rome Rush, you're a big child. You don't understand business. And you say you want to build up your brand. How you gonna build up your brand if you just worry about one thing? How are you supposed to evolve? How are you supposed to do all of this? You're not evolving. You're still stuck at under 2K followers, and you've been on YouTube for 6 years. What are you gaining from this? You spit out false allocation. You're making claims that you don't want to take responsibility of showing evidence. You're a joke. You're a joke. You're a joke. You're a big man-child who is a joke. Just play single-player games. Don't play no multiplayer games because they're your games. They're not your games. Did you make the game? How about this? Make your own game and play it by yourself. Don't let anybody else play. Make your own game and play it by yourself. But you can't do that, can you? You don't like criticism. Man-child.
I just think that's a crock of bull, man.
What you said was a crack of bull. Man-child.
Don't nobody want to, ain't nobody thinking about somebody else playing it. More people get to play it. More people get to play. Stop it.
Yes, more people could play because, like my brother said, he could play with a whole bunch of people. Man-child. Okay, did 2K make the game just for you? Do you play by yourself? No? You don't play by yourself? Then you're false. You're false. You're lying. Get out of my face. You don't have no evidence.
You don't care.
No, you don't care. You don't care. You don't care. You think the game is about you. It's not. You're selfish. You're stingy. You're a man-child. You're pitiful.
You, the one you saying more people get to play the game, you lying.
Paladins. I play with people on PC. I play with people on Nintendo Switches. I play with people on Xbox, on the Xbox console. I play with people on PlayStation. Because my friends have different preferences of playing on the system. I'm the person that play on PC. My friend is the person that play on the Switch. My two buddies play on PlayStation. My brother play on Xbox. That's a 5-person team. And you say we don't care? I get to play with more people. And I play Paladin consistently. Gotta log in today, but I've been playing consistently.
You're lying. You are lying. You're only worried about if you get to play.
Okay. I'm about to play Paladins today. What's today? It's Thursday. I'm going to play Paladins today. How about that? How about that?
You know what I mean? Only time you worried about somebody else having a game that you desire to play is if it's a co-op game or a multiplayer game that you want to play with your friends. But as far as like a game like God of War, a single player game that appeals to you that may not appeal to somebody else, so what?
I just realized something. If a game come out on Xbox, you don't care because you don't own an Xbox. You don't care because you don't own an Xbox. If a game come out on PC, you don't care because you don't own a PC. Game come out on the Switch, you don't care because it came out on the Switch. Only games come out on the PlayStation you care. And if I'm not mistaken, let's see the evidence again. So you care about PlayStation games, but yet I see mostly third-party games. Third-party games. Third-party games. So why do you care? You're not playing it. You're playing mostly third-party games. Is this not you? Right here. Rome go large. Is this not you? 2K20. How about this? You don't care. You don't care about the PlayStation games. You play mostly third-party games. Just like you said, you don't care.
If that person want to play that game, they gonna see that they get to play it somehow.
Yeah, we get to play it in January 2022. Suck it.
You know, I don't care how. It's bottom line, it's not your problem. And you're lying if you're saying more people get to play the game.
Citation needed. You need to have evidence. You don't bring evidence. And this is where I say you need evidence. You're making claims. You need to bring evidence. You don't bring evidence. This is why we get upset about you, because you're making claims. You don't want to be responsible about the claims that you make. This is the reason why we get mad about it. Bring evidence, or otherwise this whole video is trash.
You're just saying that because
It do not say your preference, do not say your opinion, because it doesn't matter about the opinion if you go in to make a claim. That's a factual claim that you make. Bring the evidence or your whole video is trash.
Because it's politically correct and it sounds like the right thing to say.
What do politics have to do with gaming?
You know what I mean? All in the base of, just wanting to win on an argument for console war purposes. You know what I mean? Because that's just what it is, really, at the end of the day.
This dude don't bring no evidence of what he's saying. You don't bring evidence. You don't bring evidence. You don't bring evidence. You don't bring evidence. I had to repeat it over and over again until you get through your thick skull.
But yeah, I want my investment to be the most relevant, most successful product ever.
You just said that. You say you don't care. Why should you care? You just say you don't care. Apparently you care.
That's what I want. And I want that to continue with PlayStation.
You don't care. You just say, didn't you say you don't care? Didn't you say you don't care, but you trust the you just say you don't care. This video is crap.
Because I'm invested into that product. Yes, I am a Sony fan, but I am a Sony fan because, and a PlayStation fan because of the products.
So you do care. So you do care. So you do care. Because if you don't care, then you don't care about the games going to the PC. If you don't care, then you don't care about any of these games going, because that's not you. But apparently you do care. You're wishy-washy, man. You forget about what you say in the video and everything, man.
That they delivered me. Simple as that. I won't be a fan no more if they don't deliver the products that I want. Period.
They don't care about you. Why would they care about you? They care about making money. Just because a company don't... Why don't you make your own game? Go out there, make your own business. Okay? Make your own business. Make your own decision. If you want that to happen. Well, until you do that, you're going to take what Sony do. You're paying for online, which you should not be paying for. It was free on the PlayStation 3, but yet you're still paying for online. You're paying for something that should have been given you for free. I'm sorry, because we all pay for the internet bill. You're paying on top of your internet bill. That's one of the dumbest things that I learned when I switched over to PC.
Period. You know? But that's all I wanted to say, man. Don't want to repeat myself over and over again, but you know, I'm not worried about no old games going over there.
I don't believe you.
I was at first, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was at first because I'm thinking like this is going to be a trend that's going to keep on. But now that I see the patterns, I see what's going on here. They're not. They're just going to get that extra money by doing that. That's all. They're just getting that extra money. They're not going to put games on their day one. And as many people want to say that they're going to do that, that's a damn lie. Because they want to sell consoles.
Number one, citation need. Citation means you got any evidence for that. So citation need. Number two, are you a dev? Are you working with Sony? Are you doing all that? If the answer is no, how do you know? How do you know? For people who watch fanboys and stuff and take all their word with all the grace and everything, don't believe everything they say, because as soon as they bring day to date or whatever, I don't give two craps. I'm going to be here and I'm going to rub it in his face.
They want to sell consoles.
No, because they lose money on console. Why you think they made the heatsink smaller in the Revive edition? Because they saving more money in that situation. They're not making money on consoles. They make money on software. Get that through your head. Software sells, not console. Software make you money, not consoles. It'd be 3 years till they make their money back from consoles. But if the software is not selling, then it's not selling.
They want to sell consoles, period. You know what I'm saying?
Citation needed.
So they're not going to do that. On Microsoft's side, I think they're trying to get out of the console business. They want to get out of it. So they're quietly removing themselves. They're easing their way out. They're not just saying, they're not pulling a Sega and just be like, nah, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. Nothing like that. They're easing their way out of it. That's all. As far as consoles.
Citation needed. Where's the evidence? That's a claim. Don't say this is your opinion, because you just made a claim. I don't care about if you're going to say this is your opinion. Bring the evidence. If you don't, I'm going to bug you consistently till you bring the evidence. Show me a link. Show me anything so I can look it up. Jeez, I do not believe you. You're a console fanboy and you're a man-child. Jeez.
Now, the Xbox brand might still be around, and they might be the publisher like Sega is, and we'll probably be playing Gears of War on PlayStation consoles. I can see that happening, really. But what I don't see happening is another Xbox coming next generation.
If they don't make a new Xbox the next generation, so what? What's the point? There's more ways to play games. If they do bring an Xbox in the next generation, I'm going to rub it in your face. I'm going to be like, hey, Rome Rush, what about that new Xbox? How you like that new Xbox? You say it's not going to come out. You don't know this stuff. You're not a fortune teller. I'm getting sick and tired of you spitting out falsely allocation. Stop spitting out false information. You don't have any evidence.
I don't see that. I don't. It'd probably most likely be Sony, PlayStation, and Nintendo, whatever the next Nintendo.
And this is why I hate fanboys. I really hate fanboys. You don't bring no type of evidence. You don't do no type of research. You just going by what everybody say. At least I look at everything up. I don't sit there and believe what everybody say. That's what make me a skeptic. Jeez. Every time you hear something good about everything you hear something that make you feel good about PlayStation, you want to rep it. But you're a corporate shield. Your mindset is straight for PlayStation. Whatever PlayStation do that benefit you and your PlayStation 5, you happy. But when somebody else take your freaking toy, oh, we're going to put it on PC, you get angry. And it's so right here, you're a man-child. The company enjoy you. They love you. They want to go ahead and take all your money. Oh, we're going to give you games. They're not giving you games. They're giving you, since you're paying for a subscription, they're just letting you play that game. You're a shield. You're a vessel for Sony.
Nintendo be. That's what it will be, and Xbox will be no more after this. And this ain't wishful thinking or nothing, but if you think about it, there's absolutely no use for an Xbox console.
If I want to be real, if you want to do that, there is no use to having the PlayStation. Same logic. There's no use to having a Nintendo. Same logic. You don't think about the logic because, trust me, there's no point. And I can't wait till PlayStation do that day to day because it's going to even make that even more matter. People like to play on consoles. I realize that. You don't.
There's absolutely zero use for an Xbox console at this point.
Like no zero use of me owning a PlayStation. Same logic. You don't have evidence.
Especially if I can access those games from an old Xbox, from cell phones, from PCs, and then they making dongles to hook up to your TV, and then they trying to build in the Xbox whatever into TVs and all of this stuff, which makes the Xbox console absolutely irrelevant.
Citation needed. You don't have the numbers. You don't have none of that. So why should I believe you? And you know what's funny? They're thinking about the future. That's what successful companies do. If they make another Xbox, they can make another Xbox. They want everybody to play their game because services sell. You don't get that. And I could do the same thing with PlayStation. Oh, you don't have evidence. Well, if you don't have evidence, why should I bring evidence for a claim that you made? Bring the evidence. You don't know how to do that. Yes, it'd be more people playing games, and that's what they care about. If Sony do the same thing, I can't wait till you start crying about it.
I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna drop it off. I'm gonna leave this video with this one right here. Pretty soon, because Xbox and them said it. They said this. They said that we're gonna be able to play the new next generation Xbox Series X games or whatever via stream on old Xbox hardware. Like,
we're not even there with streaming at the moment. We still getting. It cannot be compatible. It cannot be competitively at that level. Streaming is part of the future. I give them that. I like streaming, but it's not at that level yet. We still got to get better with latency and stuff. We're not there. we're not there. And I'm going to give PlayStation no benefit of the doubts because they had that streaming service for a long time. They don't upgrade on the PC version. They only care about their own thing. That's why I say PlayStation anti-consumer. They don't think about the future. They just think about their brand. And until Sony understand that the future is putting more games on PC or on other places, they're going to be left behind. Yeah, it doesn't look like it right now because everybody picking up the PlayStation. I think is overhyped because of the PlayStation 4. They're going to realize, oh, snaps, people just rather just play the games. I'm not making any claims on that. I'm just saying. But I'm thinking about what will happen in the future. Streaming gets part of gaming. We're not there yet. But give it about 5-10 years. Probably less latency when our internet get a lot faster and Wi-Fi and stuff like that. Because we're already at wireless mouse. And latency is not that bad. Like, when I move, it moves. And I'm moving pretty fast and I get fast latency. Low latency. Is there a lag? Might be. But I can't notice it. Compared to wired, I can move with wired, I still feel the same thing. So we're getting to a point where latency is going to be less. I'd say about 5-10 years. It's going to be popular.
Like Xbox One, Xbox One S, Xbox One X, you'll be able to stream Xbox games. And if the Xbox ever come with a game that's desirable for me to play and I can stream it, in order for me to just give it, I'll do it.
Then why don't you do it on the PC with PlayStation Now? Oh, you have a PlayStation? Oh, it's your preference? Oh, then people could stream it on their Xbox. If you could stream PlayStation on your PlayStation Now on your PlayStation, and they could stream it on there, why don't you go on PC and stream it? Let's see how you like it on PC. Jeez, you're just wrong with information.
It keep me from investing in the Xbox. If they ever come with a game that I want to play, and now you mean to tell me I can stream it from my Xbox One? I'm not buying a whole console to do that. I could just...
You saying I could stream PlayStation games off of PlayStation Now on my PC? Then what's the point of ordering a PlayStation? That's the same logic that you have.
Just stream it.
Fuck.
That's it. That's been my whole argument the whole time, really.
This is bad. I can stream PlayStation games on my PC. Matter of fact, if you want to be real, Xbox got better backwards compatibility than PlayStation because you can play PlayStation games on Xbox without streaming. So why you get the Xbox to play your PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, and PlayStation 3 games? Because you can play it on the Xbox. Yeah.
And really, I don't even want Xbox to go this route. I would like for them to continue to make hardware. But
then do better on getting people innovation.
That's what they want. That's what they want, then whatever, man. But that's all I wanted to say, man. 13 minutes, that's long enough.
You said that 3 times, and yet you couldn't end it. And I'm going to end it right here. Run Rush, this is bad. Horrible. Disgusting. You're one horrible person. Man-child. Don't want people to play your games. Company don't care about you. They will never will. That will be it with the video. People, again... my giveaway, I know it's nothing much, but got the Razer Siren Elite to give out. I will ship it through FedEx because, I wanted to get there as soon as possible. So remember, 1,000 subscribers, I will do it. And I don't beg for my subscribers. If I earn your subscription, thank you very much. And yeah, this is a long video. A year on YouTube, and I'll be 35 in a couple days. So yeah, this is ridiculous. I do not like this cat at all. This dude clearly don't understand how the industry work. He's stuck in his ways. He's a man-child, and it's whatever. But hey, If you like it, let me know. Show your opinions and give me a like, dislike. I'm that type of person that I like my criticism. And thank you very much. And remember, everybody's human. My name's Sendo Q. You have yourself a great day.